Humidor shop talk. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
SmokeFella, we back here on this Saturday morning. We had a beautiful 53 degrees day yesterday, so I hope y'all got out there and got some of that fake sun that Chicago gives us, but it is what it is. We back with these sports, man. How we do it in the cigar shops, man. We give you straight, raw, unedited sports talk, and we throw in some jokes and some other things that's going on in the world. So it's like a full-on party every day. So I'm gonna start bringing in my panel guest today. I'm gonna bring in my man DY Nemesis. What's up with you, kid?
Yo, top of the morning, everybody. Glad to see everybody back on the show, ready to get this thing started.
All right. We got my man when it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm gonna tell him that I got some coffee in my drink today, representing him. Lucky Lefty, what's up?
Nope, not today. War. H2O.
So you can't be letting the fans down, man. Can't let the fans down.
Well, on behalf of my liver, we apologize. But I'm drinking water today. How about that?
It's like in the league, man. You can't change your jersey number, your hairstyle. You gotta keep it the same.
It's called load management.
Oh, you pulled a Kawhi.
Yeah. I took it there.
You on a Kawhi, huh?
Yeah, I'm on my Kawhi today.
Damn.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Flyvester Joel Embiid. He won't be here today. He got another injury, but it is what it is. But I do have
Sly Simmons.
I do have Harvey's finest, KDL. Trey, what's up?
What is happening? What is happening? Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Sly not being here is equivalent to water is wet. But speaking of, that's what we're doing today. I'm on Lucky's tip. That's what we're doing.
Load management, baby.
Hey, load management. That's actually a good one.
Hey, Coach Pop set us out during primetime game. He was tired of the schedule. He said, y'all get to sit out. Remember when he set out Tim Duncan, all his stars?
No, that was him. That was him being petty, bro.
On national TV.
That was boycotting the schedule. That's when they was doing like three days, wasn't they? When they doing like triple?
Yeah, and then that year, San Antonio had every big dog like back to back. It wasn't like a back to back. He got under 500. Man, he was hot.
And he didn't even bring him to the arena. He sent him home.
Oh, didn't.
Yeah.
What up, Jay Greer?
Jay Greers, what's up? Hey, man.
Jay Greers, what up?
Before we get into it, I kind of want to get your blood flowing. So I'm gonna give you an NBA start one, bench one, cut one. We started out the gate. T-Mac, Tatum, and Ray Allen. Kevo, start one, bench one, cut one. Let's go.
Said T-Mac, Tatum, and Ray Allen.
Yep.
I love Ray Allen. So I'm gonna start T-Mac. I'm gonna bench Tatum. I gotta cut Ray Allen in that list. I got to.
I'm gonna wait before I say you high, but DY,
That was actually shocking.
I'm starting Ray
Y'all
Allen.
know that.
I'm benching T-Mac and cutting whatchamacallit.
Tatum.
Tatum.
Okay. Lefty, let me see where your basketball head is at.
I'm starting T-Mac, man. I'm got to start T-Mac. I'm a I don't want to seem era biased, you know, with Ray Allen and Jason Tatum, but I'm gonna go ahead and bench Ray and cut Jason Tatum. I don't want to seem like the old head, you know, that can't let it go. But yeah, that's it.
All right. I'm going Ray Allen, Tatum, T-Mac. See you next year. Now,
Taking Ray Allen over T-Mac.
Ray Allen.
Right. And then he told me I was ridiculous.
Are you all looking at Miami, Boston Ray Allen, or do you remember the UConn, Milwaukee Bucks Ray Allen?
UConn, Milwaukee Ray Allen. I'm still taking T-Mac.
You got to be high, bro.
Seattle Ray Allen.
You got to be high.
I'm still taking T-Mac.
You got to be high, man. DY, jump in on this, man, because you put Ray Allen up there. Jump in on this. He's the beast, man. I mean,
you got to understand who and what Ray Allen was in the league, especially at that time. You know, this cat's still in the league with Mike and all those guys, so he going up against a lot of the big dogs. Stood his own at a very young age. With one of the most prolific three-point shooters in NBA history. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of records. He in the top 5 in. So, you know, T-Mac had a few years where he was at the top of his game. You know, those scoring championships. But he never led his team to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the better teams that he had, he just never transcended like Ray Allen did, in my opinion.
I mean, when Ray was the top dog, he didn't take his teams nowhere.
Exactly.
That's not true.
That is true. What
did he do? What did Ray Allen do outside of Boston?
Where did Ray take Milwaukee and Seattle when he was the head dog there?
They was going to the playoffs every year. And
then Orlando
T-Mac ain't made the playoffs.
and then yeah, he made the playoffs every other year.
T-Mac,
bro, you wouldn't even after Shaq and after Penny, you wouldn't even cared about Orlando if it weren't for T-Mac.
T-Mac should have stayed linked with Vince Carter, and they would have been a 1-2 punch that's out of this world. But he wanted his own.
I disagree with that. He had to leave. Yeah, it was Vince's show. It was Vince's show. Yeah. He knew it. He had to leave. He had to go do his own thing.
T-Mac was right to Rob.
But I'm gonna tell you, the only reason I benched Ray Allen technically was to show respect for Tatum. Because I could have been an old head on here and went T-Mac and Ray Allen. But I wanted to show respect for Tatum because I don't think he gets enough of it.
Well,
so that's why I benched Ray Allen. In my mind,
let me ask you this question, because this has been something that me, Pat, and Drew been talking about for a couple of weeks. Why isn't Tatum don't get the respect as one of the top players in the league? He got a chip. He only 26. He a 6-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA first team. He only in his 7th season, bro, and he got all of this. And he averages in 26, 8, and 5. Why is he never mentioned in the top? And that's for y'all.
I can tell you my opinion. Skill wise, he definitely should be up there. You know, it's like I'm still waiting for him to take that, to jump into from superstar to the megastar. I'm waiting for him to get up there with the Jokers and them. I don't know if it's his consistency or what. You know, I've just seen too many times where I kind of waited for him to like be the dog all year. You know, I don't know what it's just something that's not quite there. But I didn't see games he didn't went crazy and he looks unstoppable. But I also see games when he look a little timid, man. And I think that's what's sitting on everybody. You know what I mean? It's something. It's some reason he's never in MVP vote and he's never. And then they give him and Jaylen Brown that little 1-2 punch. I don't know. It's just something missing with Tatum. It's just something not quite there that puts him up there with the Lukas and the Jokers and the Giannis's, you know, as the new young guns.
I dare y'all I dare y'all to compare resumes. Compare Tatum's, since he's been in the league. Compare Tatum's resume up against Giannis and Joker's. See what you come out with. The only thing Joker got is more MVPs. That's it. They all got one chip. But how many times Tatum been to the finals? How many times Joker? How many times Giannis? How many Eastern Conference Finals Tatum been to? How many Eastern Conference Finals Giannis been to? How many Western Conference Finals Joker been to?
But Kev, once again, we mixing individual awards with team awards. Boston had the better teams. Like
okay.
we always throw that in there, and that's the issue. We always throw that in. We talking individually. MVP
okay, well, let's do the okay. Funny you said that. Yeah. Let's do the individual resumes on all three people. See what you come up with.
I'm pretty sure it's close. I'm pretty sure it's
the only thing he ain't got is an MVP on that resume. It's the only thing he ain't got.
He ain't got an MVP vote. How about that?
No, he was voting. He was up there one year.
Oh, he got a vote or two?
He was the MVP, and then Joker won it. If y'all remember, he was up there, and then Joker ended up winning it.
But was he a serious threat for MVP that year?
He was top 3.
Probably wasn't a serious threat though. If it's the year if you say Joker damn near ran away with it. Like he was
they had an article, no, not an article. They had a topic on First Take this week that the only reason Stephen A said the only reason Jason Tatum's name ain't mentioned like that because he's boring. In other words, he has no flash, no like Ant-Man.
And Joker
Ant-Man was the MVP. Ant-Man, everybody like his personality. He's outgoing, spoken with, right? Tatum is boring.
Joker not boring?
Yeah, but Joker got multiple MVPs, so it's a different conversation. But Jason Tatum's resume compared to them dudes, come on now.
Yeah, it should be up there.
He right up there, but he just don't get the fanfare. Like, I don't know, is he too clean cut?
I don't know. It's just something that's just not quite.
Do we need to slap somebody in the game or something? Yeah, I mean something. Lefty, I will agree with you. It's something. I can't put my finger on it, but I'd say he should be a dog every night. But you said it. You said he, some nights he a dog.
He giving you 27 a night. Like, what more you want, bro? The man has been in the Eastern Conference Finals over half his career.
Well, Kev, I agree with you, but I just can't figure it out. I can't figure it out why he.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking his resume, but then sometimes you get penalized for just being on a damn good team. Boston's a juggernaut, man. Bench, starters, the whole nine, and then you got like remove Joker and Giannis from their teams, and they ain't even a playing. They're not even playing teams. I think Boston could at least still get to the playoffs without Tatum. They that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was just something that I wanted to mention that we kind of talked about, me, Pat, and Drew one night. But DY, you wanted to talk about the Luka returns to Dallas. So the floor is yours, kid.
Yeah, I mean, jumping into the NBA, obviously the big story, especially this week, has been Luka, joining the Lakers. They lead them to 8-2 record since the trade. A couple things here. Number one, he's starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the team. He's done a few post-game interviews, where he mentioned the transition for him is still tough. He's taking it game by game. But obviously, he kind of leaning into the role. And if you watch the last couple games, the last couple of nights, you can kind of see him and LeBron really gelling out there on the court. I think the biggest factor, though, has been the Lakers' defense. Since the end of January, Lakers been number one in defense in the NBA. So whatever J.J. Redick has done, whether it's with rotations or matchups, has definitely, I think, been the catalyst for the Lakers and they resurgence. They moving up. They are half a game out from the number 3 spot in the West. So KDL, resident Mr. Laker,
what you got from 2? about a game and a half out of 2 spot. They right
Yeah,
there.
they actually can, if they keep winning, they can jump to 2.
Yeah.
So what do you think has led to this jump?
Well, people don't remember this, but the Lakers was winning before Luka got there.
Right.
The Lakers was on a winning streak before Luka. They just haven't stopped since Luka. People don't realize that. They were winning before Luka got there. AD got hurt. Well, AD got hurt, but the Lakers were still winning games. And then they added Luka. The train didn't stop. So now it's an adjustment period. You know, get used to playing with Luka. But now Luka is dominating the ball. Now LeBron has got more energy. He's playing off the ball. He's running fast breaks. He has more energy. He's playing spurts of defense. Like he don't do that because he paces himself. But now he can play spurts of defense. Austin Reeves fits in with anybody, who's the unsung hero, by the way. Everybody else know their role. The Finney Smiths, the Connects, everybody come in and know their roles and what to do. I don't like Gabe Vincent, but with this lineup, he don't mess it up. Like they could literally put him in the game. He can play stretches of defense. He's straight. So everything is clicking.
Mess it up.
Don't mess it up. Everything is clicking. I don't like him. Hell, they could cut him. I wouldn't miss him. But all I'm saying is everybody gels and everybody knows they roll, and they just on a roll, bro. They trying to fit Luka in, and they telling Luka, no, you're Luka. Do you, bro? We'll play off you. And that's an adjustment for him to have his idol, right? Tell him, no, dog, it's your show. I'm gonna play off you. And that's a responsibility. He like, okay, they got to be confidence-wise. To me, he look like he lost a little weight. That's just me. But
if you
everything is clicking.
when you running up and down the court, that's the best workout.
No, he don't really run. And he don't really run. He trots.
On offense, he does. Defense, he does.
I don't know. You know what? I've watched damn near every game Luka play where it's actually televised, and the ones I can catch on, you know, Fire Stick and all that. But I think it really come down to, and not because I'm a homer, but LeBron sets the tone, man. When LeBron playing D the way he playing, you know, like everybody, it feeds off. They all follow LeBron. Even you got Luka playing D. Now maybe some of that.
He's trying.
Well, I mean, but most of you know how that is. 70% of defense is effort, right? It's just effort, trying, moving your feet, you know, getting your hands in passing lanes. It's just hustling. It's playing hard. So it's not Boy, I was defensive stopper. You know better. You know better. All people know better. But no, but seriously, and watching how LeBron has, you know, like how he's attacking, how he's, you know, he's active, he's really, and it seems like everybody else is feeding off that. The ironic thing is they got almost better after AD got hurt and then traded. And some of it could have been mindset too, like, hey, I got AD back there. I don't have to guard perimeter as hard because if you get past me, I got big man back there. Now you kind of don't have that mindset. AD been one of the best defensive bigs in the league. Just call it what it is. For them to get better defensively without him says a lot.
But listen to what you say. The Vanderbilts, the Finney Smiths, the Guilt, they picking up now perimeter wise. Right. I don't know what's going on with Lynn and why he's not playing. I don't get it. Jackson Hayes is not defensive. Now you can throw alley-oops to him, but he ain't at the rim blocking those shots. They're D'ing up on the perimeter.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I mean. So maybe the mindset is because we don't have that dude back there. Now we guarding a little, you know, we playing a little tighter. But even Redick, let's give Redick credit, man. Everybody clown that pickup. JJ Redick is a hell of a coach.
Including the guy in the red shirt down there.
Everybody did. You know, everybody got to eat some crow on that. Everybody got to eat a little crow. But I've watched him. I watched how the scheme they put together to defend Joker. The scheme they put together to defend Anthony Edwards, like how the different zones, the different looks they giving them. Let's give coaching some credit on that, man. JJ Redick not getting enough credit for what's going on.
Two things, Lefty. When it comes to Redick is a hellified coach because the same schemes that they ran to try to stop him, in his heydays, you know, like in Duke and all of that stuff, that's all he doing is using that same scheme play on various players to shut them down.
Well, the man got
He
3
got,
head coaches
he
on the
got,
bench, by the way.
but and right,
Oh, man.
he got a staff of basketball minds. But I do
Right.
want to say this to you Laker fans. Thank you. You know why?
Wow.
From 12 to 7, Negro Dominance.
You did say that. You did say that.
Yeah, but in the end, y'all ain't gonna do shit.
Hey,
So
hey, Kev.
you can
Hey, Kev.
you can make it look good and come up from the grave. I mean, you know, y'all on the road. I get credit where it's due. They on the road. Jimmy fit right in. It wasn't no, and I had questions.
Everybody,
And
I had
I
questions
think they
too.
move. But Jimmy brings another like element. Like Jimmy can post up. Jimmy go to the basket. It's a different thing, and Jimmy can pass.
But hold on, stand. But before we jump Golden State, let's stay with the Luka thing right quick. I think the other thing that you're watching is Luka's having to adjust. We got to remember this is a mid-season trade. LeBron talked about it last night. There's no time. If you're really not practicing, there's not a lot of practice time. You got to do this on the fly. And you're going with Luka. Luka's someone who's used to damn near 80-90% usage rate to now LeBron, Austin Reeves. Like sometimes when he got to, I see sometimes when he got to go stand in the corner and let Reeves and LeBron cook, he kind of look, you know,
Lost.
he kind of lost, like, right? So that's something he has to adjust to. So this is a huge adjustment. Everybody tends to think basketball just throwing a bunch of superstars together and letting them just go. But you know, we talked about Luka in Dallas all the time. He dominated the ball every time down. He touched the ball. He controlled everything. It was rare that he had to go stand in the corner. Now, when Kyrie came, he didn't have to do it as much, but it's even less now with the Lakers. And doing this mid-season on the fly, it's a challenge, man. I think that's what we're looking at. His shot is flat. He's off. He hadn't played. You know, he was out since December with the calf. So this is a big adjustment. The fact they still winning, man. Salute to the Lakers and their whole coaching staff.
I'm gonna tell you right. A calf injury, that's hard to come back from. It's not like overnight. Yeah, they got the top doctors and people to work out and get you right, but that calf control a lot of your movement on the floor.
But you know what? If it's torn, then go ahead and have a surgery. I don't know why it keep going bad. It's either torn. You can strain your calf, bro, and you can get over that, right? You rest it, you heal it. But if that calf is torn, you might as well go ahead and have surgery on it because he keep having the same injury.
A broken bone versus a sprain. They say you should have just broke it because then it'll heal faster.
I agree. I feel that way about my foot. I wish I would have broke it instead of sprained it.
Right. Because it's gonna carry with you for a long time when you sprain.
But that goes to usage rate again, though. Like, you know, you see Redick has a certain time, you know, he gets him out the game, he would let him rest. He's not constantly cutting and moving on that with that calf. You know how, like you said, you can pull that anytime. One wrong, one step right, one step left, whatever. Yeah. You'll pull it again. But then not having to do as much, and he's still not out the water yet. I was actually shocked he played last night in a back-to-back. I was surprised he played last night.
Well, sometimes
but you got to figure he's not running the floor. Y'all got to peep this. He's not running the floor like LeBron does. LeBron leaks out, runs the floor. Luka passes the ball. Luka, he's not running. He's trotting up the floor. He's slow dribbling, right? He's not thoroughbred running like LeBron is.
Luka is the farmer.
He's playing it off.
LeBron is the Clydesdale.
Yeah, but even before the calf injury, Luka don't play fast. That's not his game. He's not.
Right, that's not what he do. So he's not full running.
Right.
Like
he's
that.
not a
You
full.
know what I mean? So he can play it off and get over half court and move around. He's shooting one leg threes, step backs. Right? He's not going full throttle. You know, like a thoroughbred.
One thing
I think he's doing that not to get injured.
I want to give Redick his flowers on his time management. Him or his assistants, whoever it is over there with time management, bro, it's impeccable. It's impeccable. And he don't wait. Lefty, you just said it. He don't waver from it. When that time, when his Apple Watch go off, Get him out.
Wait, the dude under you, me and him was arguing Thursday because he like, they making a run. Why don't you throw LeBron back in the game? LeBron had played almost the whole third. He had to sit him for a minute. No, he got to be out there. Like, that was Kev.
No, clock management, baby.
Reddick.
The reason I said that is because they were getting
2 or 3. He brought LeBron back, and LeBron was able to hit a big shot to help close that game out. But that's what good coaching do, man. He didn't panic and throw LeBron back out there like you wanted him to.
The only reason I said that.
Why ain't out there?
The only reason I said that is because they were making a run, and you didn't have all your best players on the floor.
Hey,
You had Gabe Vincent out there.
We got Kevin, A.K. Thibodeau over here.
I'm just saying, bro. They was making a run.
Run the 40-year-old in the ground.
You had don't run him. No, don't run him in the ground. But at that time, you needed them on the floor. You had people that was getting killed on defense, aka Gabe Vincent. Like people was getting. So I'm like, put your best team on the floor, bro. They're coming back.
Yeah,
and Luka couldn't stop it.
It was 8-9 minutes left in the game, Kev.
David's your Kobe
LeBron
Bryant.
had played almost the whole third. You couldn't expect him to not sit at all. For he sat him like he did and brought him back at that 5-minute mark.
Well, he sat. They pay you the big bucks for a reason, bro. You sat. You got a little water, a little Gatorade. Chad's back in the game. They're making a run, and the team you have out there can't stop them. That's what I was saying.
But you also notice what we haven't seen in a long time. LeBron respects Reddick. It's the respect that
he don't override him. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Because we've seen in his career, LeBron to check himself back in the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Reddick, you don't see him dominating the huddle. He let Reddick do his thing.
He did that with Darvin Ham.
Yeah, he was like he
just got up and went in the game.
Yeah,
he showed Darvin no respect.
Once LeBron's the type, once he see you don't know what you're doing, he's not gonna respect you. We all work for a manager or something that we know didn't know what the hell they was talking about or what they were doing. LeBron is once he see you don't know what you're talking about and you don't know what you're doing. AD, none of them respected Darvin Ham. They said he didn't. His rotations were horrible.
So he like Joe or the SmokeFellas?
Wow.
The man ain't on here yet, man.
Hey, man.
You know it was over once AD went to the press box and called him out, and clearly he was talking about the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Over it.
And sometimes with coaching, man, they don't, like you say, he got some former head coaches on the bench. A lot of these head coaches be so stubborn, they won't listen to their assistants. Reddick probably is listening to those assistants. You know
I'm sure.
They said Ham definitely didn't listen to his assistants. Ham was kind of his way, y'all work for me, just my way. It looks like the way that coaching staff is clicking in LA right now, they got a pretty good, chemistry going.
Well,
this ain't all JJ. Trust.
Right.
It's not. But when you are a new coach, you try to come in with old school coach ways that you were coached at, and that's not always gonna work. A la Griffin in Milwaukee.
I don't know what was up with that because they had a winning record at the time. So I don't know what was
the hell is Adrian Griffin?
Don't give that caveat though, man. Don't give that caveat if they ain't all JJ. Because if JJ was fucking up, everybody's gonna yell at JJ. They're not gonna say, well, JJ and his coaching assistants are fucking up. They're gonna say it's JJ messing up. So if you're gonna do it that way, he give it to him because he's smart enough to realize he ain't the smartest coach on that team. Exactly. That's how you know you are the smartest person. You're like, I ain't the smartest person. Let me get people who've done it before to help me. So
he gonna get the blame or the credit either way.
Phil Jackson text winners. Tex didn't get a lot of credit. Tex didn't get the headlines, but everybody knew who was the backbone of that coaching staff. That was Tex.
Dude, and JJ, I like his old. I mean, he was very old school in my thing. His thought process. Challenging the players. I just like his old style, old school way, mixing with these 3 former head coaches who've had that experience. So now he can he uses his way, blended with their input. Mm-hmm. Man, it's a great mix so far. Great mix. What if that dude goes on and wins a chip?
Man.
And list the head championship coach.
Hey, Sean. Hopefully we get
Gonna
that
be
here in
crazy.
Chicago and Mr. Ben Johnson. Hopefully Mr. Ben Johnson has the same mindset.
Hey, do the same thing. We'll get. I'm sure you'll get to that. But hey, you hired Dennis Allen, that dude, and he ain't going nowhere, bro.
Hey, Sean, did you read Gandy's post?
Yep. Yeah, just like LeBron.
Jump in.
It's okay. I'm out.
Man. Hey, all right. But I'm not gonna let y'all just skim past my Negro Diamonds. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. I need y'all to give me my flowers because I broke it down last week. I broke it down last week.
They said it wasn't possible. I said it was possible. I said it definitely was possible. And they making a run right now. But Jimmy always played nice early on. When he first get to a team, it looked good.
Always
happen over time. It always start off good. Let's see over time.
And you know what? My Negro Dominance wasn't really for Jimmy. It was for the teams that's ahead of Golden State. They all got some troubles going on right now. They all that's what the premise was. They all had some troubles. And guess what? The Lakers played each one of those teams, beat them. So thank you. Thank you, Kevo.
And it's because right now,
it ain't like
right now you got a representative Jimmy. Diva Jimmy ain't there yet. Diva Jimmy ain't went to Oakland yet, but he coming.
Well,
Jimmy he got paid.
He got
with
paid.
The asymmetric haircut. That Jimmy coming.
Oh, Jimmy with the perm. Jimmy with the perm coming.
I get credit where it's due. He's balling. He's balling. He seems to fit right in. Everybody love him. Draymond all on him. You know, I get it. I get it. He gets the ball out of Steph's hands sometimes. Steph got a little more energy. So it's working. It's working.
Well, they might have went on ahead and put the gloves out for Jimmy and Draymond. We just don't know about it yet.
Well, wait, no, we gonna know about it if it happens. But they winning now, so everything peaches and cream. So they good now.
It's still early.
But at some point.
But you notice everywhere Jimmy has gone, it's kind of been the same way. When Minnesota, Philly, when he gets there, starting off is great. It's Jimmy fitting in, he getting along, everybody getting along. Over time, perm Jimmy started coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's something different. So let's see how that works in Golden State.
That's gonna be when they lose 2-3 in a row.
Yeah, let's see that
Jimmy. The perm Jimmy is Jimmy the Mac Butler. DY.
Yo.
You want to talk about East matchups?
Yeah. Moving on to the Eastern Conference. A lot going on. We saw a big, huge matchup yesterday, 1 versus 2 in the East. Cleveland came into the game with an 8-game win streak. And Boston, unfortunately, have a worse record at home than they do on the road. And obviously, we saw Cleveland handily take down or at least come back from what Boston's barrage of threes early in that first half of the game and came back and won that game. They clinched first playoff spot here in the Eastern Conference, and they are now have the best record in the league. So, fellas, do y'all believe Cleveland is for real? Is Cleveland a real deal?
Okay, can I go first on this? Because last night's game, very entertaining. They was going back and forth. But I don't think D. Mitch dropped 41 if Drew Holiday is there. That's a big piece of their perimeter defense that was gone. Because they got a 3-headed monster on defense between Drew, Brown, and White. Yeah. They long arms. They make it tough for them. So, but Cleveland, hey, you show up on the court, we're going to give it to you. They got that mindset. And they was missing Porzingis too. He's almost the new Embiid as well, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, but his whole career he been that.
So they was missing him too. But I'm still holding my judgment, DY. I don't know if I got to see Cleveland make it to the Eastern Conference final before I can say that they have arrived and gonna stay a legitimate threat.
Cleveland has been good the last couple of years. The only thing that stopped Cleveland has been injuries. They're staying healthy this year. They're making a run.
It's true.
Do I think they can beat Boston in a 7-game series? No. Do I think it's gonna go 6 or 7? Yes, I do. Cleveland, and they picked up Hunter just for Tatum and Brown. Y'all know why that move was made. They got rid of LeVert. Hunter can guard either Tatum or Brown, right? You try to neutralize one of them. Then Mobley got to get loose. Garland got to get loose. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell. Like, they got a squad, bro. They got a squad. I don't think they can beat Boston in a 7-game series, but they got a squad. So, yes, to answer the question, yeah, they for real. But they ain't going to beat Boston in a 7-game series. They're not. Not fully healthy.
Yeah, I think, well, let me say it. Cleveland is for real. The only team over there that can beat them is Boston, if it comes down to it. And Boston got to get off they we the shit like we just won back-to-back or off a three-peat. Because sometimes they come out there like, you know, like everybody's scared of them, or like they not the Bulls of the 90s where teams are intimidated by them at all. Cleveland's that team, man. They young, they hungry, they ain't scared of nobody. And when it all come down to it, man, if I think the path for Cleveland to beat Boston would have to be to go through the bigs. Like Mobley and Allen is a huge advantage for them. If it tries to go, what's the point guard for Cleveland?
You can't go through Garland and Mitchell.
It can't be Garland Mitchell. You know, Garland and Mitchell versus, you know, Tatum and Brown and those guys. If they can expose and really focus, get the bigs, you know, going, Cleveland gonna be a hard time. I'm still stick with my guns. I don't think they can beat them in 7. I think it'll be a hell of a series. But I will say also, I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland beat them though.
If everybody is healthy,
do you think it's gonna go 6 or 7?
Boston,
yeah,
and everybody healthy on Cleveland, when they match up, I'm always gonna go with Boston because the big physical guard. Garland is small. He's very small when you look at his overall frame. And White, Brown, and White, Brown, and Holiday. For some reason, he has a lot of trouble with them.
You know what? White is a bigger factor than we saying too. Like White be killing, bro. White be killing. Porzingis is obviously a matchup problem, but that's why they won't beat Boston in a 7-game series.
Ever since
they are for real, bro. They gonna give him 7.
He been the truth.
Would you be shocked if Cleveland beat him in 7 though? Would it surprise you?
No, I wouldn't be shocked. I just don't think it'll happen. And here's the thing: Cleveland's gonna have home court. Boston ain't tripping on home court. They don't give a fuck.
The best road team in the league. I mean, I ain't tripping on that, but
yeah, they ain't tripping.
Let me point out one other point that I found very interesting, especially coming out of last night game. Last night, Cleveland bench outscored Boston's 33-6, and those 6 points was from one player. Does it concern you that they don't go a little bit deeper in their rotation? It seemed like Cleveland put a lot of players out there yesterday. I think they had about a 10-man rotation out there yesterday. And I understand Porzingis and Drew's hurt.
That was the problem.
You're not getting enough. You're not going to get Tatum and Brown to score 40 and 30 every night, especially in the playoffs. So that I feel like that bench for Boston has got to start playing better in order for them to go back to the finals.
But you just answered your own question. Because Porzingis and Holiday, who are starters, wasn't in the lineup, 2 of your role players had to be on the floor. That takes away from your bench. You got to think about that. 2 starters were gone, which means 2 bench players had to start. You don't have a bench at that point. You don't have enough. I ain't going to say you don't have a bench. You don't have enough of a bench now because 2 of your bench players had to start.
Well,
And
I
guess
think,
what?
and I
Look at it like
I
that.
think,
They
and
bench
to add
Will.
to that, to add to that though, Boston better take Cleveland serious.
Yes.
Yes, they better start taking them
That's it.
serious. Because a lot of times Boston, they seem like they walk out there with their chest poked out, like can't nobody beat us. You know what I mean? And they sleepwalk. You know, you saw they jumped out to that huge lead and just felt like
That's because of threes, though. They hit like 15 threes.
Oh yeah, when they hitting their threes, it ain't nothing you can really do. But I'm just saying they better take Cleveland serious. They better stop running around like they a lot to go back to the finals. Cleveland is a serious threat.
I agree with that.
DY, that's an amazing point because Pritchard, bench player, he only had 6. But if you look at Horford and Hauser, which are normally people that come off the bench, that's a total of 17 points at the bench. 17. That's never going to win you anything.
56, though. Horford 56 years old, man. So
I get it. I get it.
Get out.
Right, you can't count on right.
But if you out there, and you lace them up,
old man,
lacing them up. If you lacing them up on that 94-foot,
I got you. I got you.
You got to come with it.
Oh, so it's okay for LeBron. It's okay for LeBron to be 40, but it ain't okay for Al Horford to be 40.
Energy.
Yeah,
that's 2 different kind of 40s.
The one thing Horford ain't nothing accused of is being athletic.
This ain't Haslam. You knew Haslam at 40 wasn't getting off that bench.
No,
Horford plays.
All right, and keeping with the Eastern Conference theme, the Detroit Pistons came into last night's game with Denver, 8-game win streak. You got Cade Cunningham averaging almost 26 points a game. Jalen Ivey about 18 and 6. The Detroit Pistons have 6 players that average double digits on that team. And then you got Jalen Duren, the big guy, averaging a double-double with 11 and 10. Lost to Denver last night. But question for you fellas, and I'll start with Ben this time around. Is Detroit for real?
I'm gonna say Bickerstaff Jr., the third, whatever he is, he got them boys playing together. And he, same way we talked about Redick, his time management, the positions that he put his players in, now they are actually for real. Now, I'm not saying they're not for real where they about to go and get to the Eastern Conference final. No, but they for real to be in that top 6.
I'm gonna say they're for real. They're not gonna beat any of the top teams right now. They did a stat.
They could get New York. They could get New York. Stop it.
No, they won't beat New York in the series. No, they won't.
They could get Indiana.
Are you high?
They might beat Indiana. They won't beat New York. But look,
right now they match up against Indiana 4-5.
No.
Well, they might get Indiana. I won't be shocked on that. But that's it. They're good, man. They're good.
Oh no, they
and there's your coach of the year right there. People saying Redick. No. They did a stat last night. Do y'all realize last year at this time Detroit only won 8 games?
Yeah.
I know that.
So I'm telling you,
they what 6, 7, 8 games over 500 right now in less than a year.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's your coach of the year right there.
Well, first of all,
Redick might get it because the Lakers are going to go further and have a better record. So Redick might get it. That's your coach of the year right there, bro. Bickerstaff.
Well,
they on the come up. They on the come up.
To answer DY's question, no, I don't care. I think Detroit is better than the bad teams in the NBA, but they ain't nowhere near the top at the upper echelon of the league. They not. Right?
No.
Like they better than and it's a lot of bad. We gotta realize it's a lot of bad teams in the NBA right now. A lot. And teams we didn't expect to be bad, like Philly. Like it's a lot of it's really some bad teams.
Do you agree with this point, Lefty? It's a team you don't want to get matched up with in the first round because they're going to tire you out by the time you get to the second round.
I would love to have them in the first round. If I'm one of the top teams, give me Detroit in the first round all day. Let me get them in the first round.
They're not going to beat none of the top teams, bro.
Right. They young and they athletic. I get all that. I'm just saying, like, if they played a Western Conference schedule, they may be in a play-in. Like would
y'all be shocked if they beat Indiana in the first round?
So many bad teams in the East. The East,
they wouldn't match them. It would be New York right now. If they started, it's New York. It's New York, and they would.
Indiana been rolling too. Why you tripping?
New York is third, man.
And how it works out: one plays 8.
Detroit
plays 7.
Detroit
3 plays 6.
Yeah, Detroit.
It will tire
no, I didn't know they was 6. I thought you said they was 4 and 5.
I thought they was 4 and 5. My bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But they not beating New York.
They're about 2 years away.
Yeah, they have bet from putting them over the top.
Yeah, they're about 2 years away. That's a good young team. I compare them to Houston in the West, and Houston's good, but I just don't. I just watch their style of play. They got that youth, that up and down, they athletic. I get all that. I just don't. I think when it comes down to X's and O's and playoff type basketball, I don't think they're a problem at all. If I'm one of the top teams matching up, give me Detroit. I'd take Detroit before Indiana. I'd rather have Detroit than Indiana in the first round.
If they match up against if it stay like it is and they match up against the Knicks, goodbye. Great year, y'all on the come up. Just like Houston. Houston ain't finna beat nobody, dog. They're not. They're good. Nice story. Come up. Great. You're on the right trajectory. They ain't finna beat nobody, dog.
Yeah.
Not in the series.
That's a great segue into the next part of the segment, the New York Knicks. What's wrong with the Knicks? Knicks came out, won that game last night, went down to the wire, going back and forth with Memphis. I watched some of the highlights. It was a pretty good game. They got the third most wins in the conference, and Tibbs going to be Tibbs. So, of course, he got his whole starting 5 all playing at least 35 minutes a game. Cat's out doing his thing. Cat averaging almost 25 and 13 and a half rebounds. So are the Knicks going to be able to duplicate what they did last year in the playoffs and make that run? Or is Tibbs going to continue to run these guys down? Lucky, I'll take you first.
No. I'm going to keep it simple. Well, I'll say they can make the run they did last year because the East is just not good. So they can get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they there, but if they have to match up with Cleveland or Boston, I don't think they get a chance in hell. The rest of the East, I think they can run through them. And Tibbs is gonna Tibbs. He's gonna run them down. And you know how that playoff schedule is, those condensed every other day. And it's always been Tibbs' MO. So I just don't see it. Only reason they get that far Eastern Conference is because the strength of the East. The East just is not that good.
KDL.
Tibbs is going to tip. By the time they get to the playoffs, there will be injuries. The Knicks won't make it past. If they get Detroit first round, they'll get through that. But if they run into Cleveland or Boston, which they probably will, game over, good night, holla back. You want to know what the Knicks' problem is? They don't play defense. And for a Tibbs team, they'll never go far. The man has a 7, maybe 8-man rotation that he runs them in the ground. And the 2 that come off the bench don't play as much as the starters.
He played 10 last night. He went 10 deep.
Somebody hurt? Is somebody hurt?
No, ain't nobody hurt.
He don't, bro, that wears you down by the time you get to April. And the fact that they don't play defense, now Mitchell Robinson might help him out, big man, because Karl Anthony Towns don't play no D. He'll give you 30 or 40. He don't play no D. You know who else don't play no D? Jalen Brunson. Much as he scores, he's getting killed on the other end. But people don't point that out because he's scoring on the other end and you don't notice it. Watch the Knicks play. They single him out just like they do Luka.
Yeah.
Put him in pick and rolls, a switch, they kill him. Plus, he's too little. So, to answer the question, no, the Knicks ain't going. No, they're not.
Ben, what you got?
Two things about the Knicks as I listen to you guys, and then I look at some of the comments. Gandy, I usually never agree with you, but they not tough. They not Grammy. Secondly, Kev, you hit it on the point. They don't play no defense. And my third issue with New York, I don't like their offense. It's too much dribble, 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 isolate. Dribble, 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 isolate. That's all it is. Either Cat is isolated or Brunson is isolated. There is no fluent movement throughout. You like my coach speak? Lefty, I know you like it. But
yeah, I heard you read a book.
Yeah.
He went and watched Hoosiers DY. Now he think he NBA.
Got his Gene Hackman on.
Gene Hackman, man. Shout out to Gene Hackman.
Yeah, man. But they have no. If you watch their offense will get stagnated, and that's when they'll get up, and the team is always going to come back because their offense is so remedial and basic. So I don't think they will do any better than. I think they'll take a step back in the playoffs versus last year.
So being you don't like their offense, you don't like their offense or defense, so you just don't like the team.
And the fact that Silk like them, so I definitely don't like them.
Damn.
They ain't going nowhere, man. They got second round, maybe.
All right, finishing up in the East. Speaking of going nowhere fast, I want you to pick one team out of this bunch to make it out of the play-in. You got Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, and Chicago. KDL, who's coming out?
It's a simple Orlando.
Orlando.
That's simple. Atlanta play the Bulls every year in the play-in. Y'all ever notice that?
I sure do.
So Orlando is coming out of that. Bye-bye, Miami.
Ben, who you got?
You know, I'm going to go with Atlanta, and the only reason is because I don't know what gear or button they switch on Ice Tray, but when it comes to that play-in, he just going to a whole nother level, bro, and he can change the game. And then I think it'll be Atlanta, but I do care if I was having two picks, Orlando would be the next one.
Luck.
My mind says Atlanta, basically like being said because of Trey. Like out of that group, Trey is probably the best player in that, and out of those teams in that group. But my fan duel says Orlando though. My fan duel says Orlando.
Kev,
Pachero is the best player out of that group.
No, I mean Pachero still. I'm talking about for longevity though. Right. If Pachero stay healthy, I'm with you. But
Kev,
Trey has proven it already. Trey has proven he can.
Do you agree that Trey gets better on the road because he loves the crowd to come at him, and the crowds come at him, and he heat up. He heats up when the other team crowd is all on his neck, and he love it because then he go, ooh, give him a bucket after bucket.
Okay, I give it to Trey because we've seen it, right? He got highlight reels for the play-in, and then they lose. I've also seen Pachero when healthy. The only reason Orlando is in that position because Pachero was out for a minute.
Yeah,
y'all do realize that, right?
I agree with Banchero, man. Put some respect on that.
Okay, Banchero. Okay, my bad.
We don't know his last name says a lot.
No, but that's a bad man, bro. And if he's healthy, I got Orlando coming out of that bunch easily. Now they're gonna lose to Boston or Cleveland.
I'm not gonna say easily, but
come on, man. Atlanta, come on, man. The mere fact Atlanta play the Bulls every year around the same time, which means they're in the same position every year. Come on, man.
Yeah. Which says they experienced in playing. They got experience.
They got experience.
Orlando don't.
They veteran.
If y'all remember, Orlando made the playoffs last year.
That's right. They sure did.
They sure did.
Get in there.
And what happened? Never mind.
What was supposed to happen?
But they ran into. I think they lost to Cleveland. To be honest with
you. Yeah, what was supposed to happen happened last year.
Miami's leading the pack right now. Orlando's definitely good. Atlanta is hit and miss. I'm going to take my Chicago Bulls right now. Ooh. Chicago is coming out of the play-in to make the playoffs. This team, for whatever reason in the world, somehow are playing their butts off. Billy Donovan got this team pumping on all cylinders. Obviously, they not going to do anything in the playoffs, but Josh Giddey, look at Josh Giddey last 4 games.
Yeah.
The man went from 19.
But Sean, can we drug test DY after the show?
He talking like he high as Snoop.
What?
Hey, I said the same thing, DY. I'm right with you, man. I said Giddey flirts with a triple-double every night nowadays. Every night he flirts with a triple-double. I didn't like him at all, but here's the one thing you got to remember. The kid's only 22. He ain't even in his prime yet. I didn't like the trade. I didn't like him. I used to call him Sunshine because of his long ass hair. I didn't like that dude. He flops. He complains about every time he doesn't get a call, and then all of a sudden he just started. He grew on me like a fungus, man. I started seeing 10 and 12. Okay,
you saw the change once.
Are you talking about the dude that had the young girl and they just let it go?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, I'm just hey, man.
He was exonerated, man.
Oh, okay.
That's a culture thing. That's a culture thing.
Look,
okay.
Everybody
just let it go.
Don't put the Karl Malone on him.
Mark what I said. Next week, the Bulls face playoff teams and playoff teams in the East. Mark what I said. The Bulls
nice.
So DY, this your Negro Dominance moment right here. This your Negro Dominance moment.
This is
night.
Look, they're gonna win 2 out of those 4 games next week against Eastern Conference playoff teams as they get ready to make a run into the playoffs. They're gonna come. They gonna win.
Cleveland involved.
Cleveland. They got Cleveland, Indiana, Orlando, Miami.
At Indiana tomorrow, home against Cleveland Tuesday, at Orlando on Thursday,
and at Miami on Saturday.
Well, one thing you could say, man, and Billy Donovan, they showed even when he was in OKC with those young boys, they played for him. He get those young boys to play.
We've been seeing that.
So actually, it's not as far fetched of a prediction as we thinking. We just thinking the Bulls supposed to be tanking. They supposed to be a horrible team. They traded away Levine, everybody, but they play hard.
They play hard. Like they play for Donovan. Yeah, they play hard. They play hard for Donovan, and I agree with you. He's good with young teams, but they play hard for the man. They clearly not trying to tank. They trying to win.
They play hard. And that's like my point. You used to use back in the day, Kevo.
That's
Say that again.
They play hard like that Dax you used to use back in the day.
I actually used Dax and Sporting Waves, but you wasn't know nothing about that though, because you had a mohawk.
You had a mohawk before it came in style.
Yeah, he had a mohawk in a minute.
He did grow up with following Mr. T. Let's not get it twisted.
Right. 18, baby.
So Sean and KDL have made the list.
Hey,
I had Dax and Sporting Waves, to be honest with you.
And now you bald.
And all that's gone.
Maybe that's a bad mix, Kev. Both of them.
Right.
Hey man.
Well, Kev, you know what you're gonna get
Sporting Waves before I went to Dax.
Birthday.
I had Sporting Waves before I went to Dax.
You getting a can of Dax.
That's when we had the ball fade. Y'all remember? Y'all don't, but y'all shorties. Y'all don't know nothing about them.
So Kev, in your gift bag will be Dax sporting waves, and a pair of tube socks.
You going so we going back to 1985, huh? Okay.
Always.
And don't forget the wave cap.
Oh yeah, you had to look. You didn't take the wave cap up until you got in home. Homeroom.
All the way to school, right? You got all the way to school, but
That's up. You took that off in homeroom.
And hey, left
With the fresh waves, baby.
You got that line across your forehead.
Right for you.
Yeah. It'll go away throughout the day, though. It'll go away throughout the day.
All right, y'all. We moving into the second hour of the ride. Gonna jump into a little NFL talk here real quick. Starting off,
Wish we had a commercial or two, but go ahead.
Free agency is right around the corner. Who's that breaking up? Was that you, Ben? Having technical difficulty?
Yeah, I said all the bills paid up, kid.
Apparently.
So going into NFL, Kansas City Chiefs put the franchise tag on Trey Smith, or at least let them know NFL free agency is right around the corner. We're about a week away. Big story coming out. Are the Chiefs making a play similar to what they did last year with Ladarius Sneed and attempting to franchise the player only to trade him for some draft capital? Luck, what you think?
No. I think they're gonna work a deal out with Trey Smith. You just can't let one of the top O linemen in the league at that age. You can't let him get out the building. You know, it's one thing to try to replace receivers and everything else, but I think Andy Reid realized the importance of the trenches, and they've kind of had a little rotating O line thing, every other year. But I think it's it's like I was actually shocked it got as far as it was possible for Trey Smith to even walk. But I think, especially after seeing what happened in that Super Bowl, he's your best offensive lineman. They need him. Like he's one cat that's not easy to you just can't replace that. Like what he brings. So no, they're gonna work a deal out. Now some other cats gonna end up getting let go. There's gonna probably be some surprise cuts, but he'll be there.
If Mahomes wouldn't have got beat up in the Super Bowl, he would have walked. The mere fact Mahomes couldn't get out the pocket, and they obliterated that offensive line with 4 people, can't let the man get out the building. So I agree with that. They probably pivoted like, you know what, we can't do it.
As the GOAT Tom Brady said, Mahomes was running like the Super Bowl year we beat him. That's why he'll be re-signed. Petty ass Tom Brady told you they're gonna re-sign him without telling you.
So why wouldn't they just re-sign him?
Well, it sound like they waited till the cap, the actual cap came out, and it was a $24 million increase. I guess it was just a waiting game to see how the money was. Now, if the cap wouldn't have jumped that high, then they probably would have let him go. They may have let him walk, because you're talking $24 million for a guard. Like, he's about to reset the guard market, and they got some other cash they need to bring back as well. So, they're gonna restructure. Mahomes will restructure again. They move some money around to free it up, but
here's why.
They probably tagged him because he got a number and they got a number. So we're gonna tag you so you can't go nowhere. Now let's meet in the middle.
Go ahead, Sean.
That's exactly it. That's KDL. That's exactly it. It's a tag. It buys time because you can negotiate while you're under the tag, or if negotiations fall through, you still got the tag. So that's the only reason they did that. And it's smart on their part. So I hope the Bears, when you get to them, I hope they have a contingency plan, have a plan B, Diddy. All right.
And Sean, a plan B. Damn. But Sean, you just dropped the bar there. I didn't expect that one. But it also allows that front office to do some investigation and legwork to see, hey, who else out there if we got to replace this cat? Like you say, it bought them a lot of time to see who might get cut and all of that, and say, you know what? All right, go ahead, walk, brother.
Yeah, but the problem is the only thing the only backup plan to that for KC is probably some 34-year-old. You know, Trey Smith is 26, Sean? What is he, like 25? 26 years old. The other guards out there are either coming off major injuries, Fries from Colts, and then you got James Daniels, these guys coming off injuries. And other than that, you're gonna have to sign some older vet. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I think they're gonna work it out because if they don't, he's not signing the tag.
Well, Beckham from Philly too. Was that Beckham?
Makai Beckham.
Yeah, Makai Beckham.
He's coming off injury too.
Yeah, coming off injury.
Yeah, so. He's like 6'9". That's insane. Caleb ain't gonna need a step ladder back there.
He's huge. Yeah,
he's a big boy.
Right.
All right, second biggest piece of news come out this week, NFL. Matt Stafford has agreed to re-sign with the Rams, and it's reported that he's signing for much less than he could have been potentially offered from either the Giants or the Raiders. So, KDL, is this a good move for Stafford to return?
Of course it is. They was a play away from beating the Eagles, and they the only team in the playoffs. They gave the Eagles a run for their money. If Stafford would have completed, we watched it. They was on the verge of beating the Eagles that last drive.
Yeah.
So if you got a good young defense, Nakua, the tight end, the running back, you got a good mix going on. Somebody jumped in that room when they met yesterday. It was like, hey man, look, we sorry for putting you through this. We got you. They must have met in the middle because he took a pay cut last year. So they must have met in the middle, okay, I'll take that. I'm 37. Okay, cool. But you ain't going to disrespect me and underpay me.
I'm going to tell you, Kev, you got to put one more layer on top of that. This was a family move. You said, how old is he now?
White probably didn't want to. Yeah, I agree with that. That has something to do with it. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't want to live in Vegas. I don't want to live in New York.
You ain't going to cold New York, though.
Right. We going to stay right here because
I agree with that.
You only got a couple years left, man. You're not going to uproot us for 2 years.
Yeah.
And we will establish
I agree with that.
We left cold-ass
Detroit definitely has something to do with that.
Right. Cold-ass Detroit, and now we've been in the sun all these years? Oh, no. No, it ain't happening, player.
I'm going to totally disagree with y'all. I think the Rams punked him. I think the Rams straight up punked him. He wanted a certain amount. They said, we ain't giving you that. Go seek a trade. Go out there and see what's out there. And let us know. Would you rather go to the Giants who are in the rebuild? Vegas is a rebuild, a 37-year-old, or you want to stay here and keep this train rolling? Like the Rams didn't. This was unheard of. That's why everybody was so shocked at what was going on. But they held their ground. They called his bluff. Go seek something else. The Raiders had the money, could have paid them more. Giants could have paid them more. They called his bluff. So the
Raiders had a deal on the table.
So that meet in the middle, no, Rams pumped him. You're gonna take our number or go to find a situation better than ours. And he didn't. So no, he got pumped.
Well, we got it. What was the number? What did he end up getting?
It ain't been made.
It was a 2 year something, right?
I ain't say yet, but it's less.
It ain't been made yet. One thing I did read, and in fact I read it this morning. Somebody in Matthew Stafford's camp mentioned that Stafford didn't want to make the same mistake that Aaron Rodgers did. Apparently, him and Aaron Rodgers is pretty close. And they mentioned about how moving from, the team that he had been with, had the most success with, and then moving to another team kind of put Aaron Rodgers, despite the injury, kind of put him in a flux. Mentioned how Stafford was already settled in Southern California, his family is settled and everything. They mentioned he didn't want to make the same mistake that Aaron Rodgers did. And that's so ironic because now he set the tone for the quarterback market. And guess who's the next name up as the hottest potential free agent quarterback that's out there? Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Which I don't know why, but yeah.
Hey, Mr. Merrill, stay away from that. Carry on.
He's a leading contender. Giants at the top of the list.
Yeah,
I
sure
saw
it is. But you asking that dude with that type of attitude to be a bridge quarterback? Because whoever signs him, you still got to take a quarterback. You can't bank on him because he could
Of
retire.
course, you got to take a quarterback. Yes.
He could retire any moment. So he got to be a bridge quarterback. What type of mindset is he gonna bring into the building?
And KDL, I know you're gonna like this part. He's non-black.
Well, Mara take him. But I've been telling y'all that for years. Y'all been looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Pete Rock backs me up, and now it makes sense to y'all. But I've been telling y'all that for years. I know my team, bro.
And yet it's still every draft board coming out got guess who at the number 3 pick? The black Cam Ward.
Right. And the black Cam Warren will not be drafted by the Giants. Neither will Shador. Y'all don't hear me though. Don't follow Peter. Tell y'all.
Watch out for Jackson Dart. Watch out for Jackson Dart.
They're gonna draft a quarterback in the draft. Don't get me wrong, but it won't be with the 3 pick.
Hey Kev, hold on to your comment, man. I checked the books. We do got to take a break. I got to pay some of Sly's his no-show fees. So we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna pay these fines that Sly got, and then we'll be right back.
Oh wow.
The note.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
I don't know.
We back, baby. All right. Continuing with a little bit more NFL news. News coming out of NFL Combine. In my opinion, Combine been a little quiet this year. You don't have some of the bigger names, and I think you're starting to see an emerging trend of some of the better players not participating in these Combine events. You got a lot of the big names that's going to end up waiting on their pro day, but they are at the Combine to interview with teams. So top story probably coming out of the Combine, Abdul Carter, potential number 1 draft pick to come out, may need surgery on his foot, but he's been advised not to have it. So if Abdul Carter needs surgery, or if he's not 100% at this point, would you be willing still to risk drafting him at and what you got?
You know, this kind of takes me back to Carter from Philly, and they were like, "Oh, you don't want him on your team because he got an attitude problem. He got into trouble." Now, different situation with surgery versus attitude and poor decisions, but it's a rare talent. It is a rare talent, and it's hard to pass up on that rare talent, man. And NFL, they have some of the best doctors and, you know, people to evaluate. So I would go ahead and take that. I'll go ahead and take them. I'll take them.
Luck, you take that risk at 1?
I don't know, man. I would really have to lean on my doctors. You know, if it's going to be a lingering issue, you got to be careful. It's just drafting someone, especially at number 1 overall, just first round period, with injury concerns is it's a slippery slope. You know what I mean? That's something, because he may not need surgery now. They're not recommending it now, but what happens in a year or two? You know, you also got to forecast. You know, does that injury get better? Does it slow him down potentially? Does it hurt? So those are just questions asked. If I'm Tennessee, I would explore and see if I could like get a trade or something, maybe trade back. I think between him and maybe Travis Hunter, I don't think none of the quarterbacks are worth for 1. If somebody wants to come up and get him, I would definitely consider it.
KDL.
I might not take him number 1. But if I'm one of them top 5 teams, I'll take him. I'll do it.
If he failed a 10 and you're the Chicago Bears GM Ryan Poles, would you take him at 10?
Yeah. At 10. I'd definitely take him at 10.
Yes. Because of the injury, he's gonna fall. Right? We kind of know that. He's gonna fall. But if he fell in y'all lap, you better take him. You go free agency offensive line. You got to take talent, bro. Like, okay, he got a foot injury. Okay, you know, it ain't like they talking, you know, some major knee or some back or something like that. It's a foot injury. I had a sprained foot.
Foot injuries are serious, though, man. They might have screw in his foot.
But he played with it at the end of last year. He played with it in the playoff and everything.
And played well. So it can't be a major injury, right? He just needs to get it fixed. Well, that don't mean you don't draft him.
If it requires surgery, that's anything requiring surgery is major. I mean,
but that's just to get it fixed. But listen to what y'all said. If he played in that bowl game and he had the injury already and how he played, then it ain't that serious. They just want him to get it fixed so it's not lingering.
Yeah, you're talking 17 games to 12 though, and like against much different competition, man.
But if the doctors said that they said not to get the surgery,
it ain't serious.
It's not that serious. And the way he was dog walking players in college football, man.
He's a dominant
force. So to answer the question, you draft him. Yes.
He's a rare talent. And it's hard you can't pass over rare talent, man. We did that with Carter just because of his poor decision making. And look how he was causing havoc for that Philly defense, man.
Yeah, but attitude and injuries is different, bro. It's totally different, man. Like this, you're talking a rigorous NFL schedule and going up against who he has to go up against. If that foot, I mean, yeah, it could be it's a 50-50 shot. You know, what happens if that foot ends up, you know, he has to miss a number of games, or he does need surgery going to a second year, or
Lefty, let me frame it up this way, Lefty.
So you wouldn't draft
every year.
I would, because I like
the NFL Combine, right up to the drafts. You get the top players. Somebody is always trying to knock them down, right. Whether it be the media, some type of whoever it is knocking down. You know, you got the top quarterbacks, and then you got this other quarterback that come out of the blue, and next thing you know, he's up there with them, and you're like, what? Where did that come from? It happens every year. So you said, I gotta trust my doctors. Yeah, that is key. You got to trust your doctors on this if you're going to go ahead and make that jump and take them at 1 through 10.
Well, even if the Bears at 10, I mean, at that point, then the medical staff has the final say.
Right.
I got to lean on my medical staff completely. But you know, it's football, and you're in the trenches. Any lower body injuries, man, coming into it, you got to be skeptical.
Anybody that's going to take them, then they didn't already did their homework before they, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they not already. Hey, what type of foot injury he got? Like what they doing their homework now.
They possibly may need a screw in there. Like you got to think
right.
About
but look, y'all got to look at it like this. They didn't say the man definitely needed surgery. They recommended surgery.
The doctors really recommended.
They're trying to get the man to play through it, like he did in the bowl game. So if it was that serious, they'd be like, hey man, you need surgery. Like get over it. This is what we got to do. They're not doing that.
You got to trust the doctors, like the doctors at seeing intramurals. They said slide knees wasn't shit. It was a no-go.
What? And intramurals?
If you talk, think of it like this. We all done bought cars, right? You're going to buy a car, you know, top dollar, because this is when you're paying that type of money, you're talking top dollar. And say, yeah, it's a great automobile, but you know, this is a little iffy. It's possibly this. You're gonna think about it, right? It's something that you got to take into consideration. You can't just get so caught up in the
no.
You just can't get caught up in the shiny new toy. If you got a bad wheel, you know, you gotta be smart. You watch your mouth. Number one, I ain't never had no problems with 30 years, baby.
So all I'm gonna say, especially when it comes to the Bears, and then we'll move on, is Kevin White.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Damani hit the nail on the head. Players with lower body injuries, and the Chicago Bears drafted them. So right now, let's hear from our brand new head coach Ben Johnson. He had some comments at the combine that was pretty interesting. Let's take a listen.
Listen, what's so beautiful about the coaching staff that we put together is I didn't hire a bunch of my friends. I went outside of my circle on purpose because I wanted to collect a different mix of experience, of energy, ideas, and we're all going to make it come together, and it's going to be the Chicago Bears going forward. And so it can look a number of different ways. Eric Bieniemy's got a lot of experience in the gun run game and what they did in Kansas City, obviously. And Declan has a lot of success from the Sean Payton tree, and Press Taylor has a lot of success from the Chip Kelly all the way on. And so we've got a lot of library, if you will, to draw from, and we'll see it all come together once we get our hands on these guys.
One of the most interesting points he made is that he didn't want to hire a bunch of his friends leading into this season. And similar, to the whole JJ Redick situation in LA, bringing in some experienced assistant coaches to help with this process. So KDL, although you're not a Bears fan, you are a football fan. Do you believe that this is the right approach for a team to take going into a new coaching staff?
I do. First of all, I didn't know y'all had been Bieniemy. But yes, I do think it's a good approach. similar to what JJ did, like you said, with the Lakers. He got former head coaches on his staff to help him out in his first year. Ben Johnson got experience out of, he said, Kansas City system, he said another system, right? So he got a mixture of people. So, yeah, I think it's a good way to go. Can't hire all your boys, right? You need experience in this. So he's picking people that won before in their prospective teams. Makes sense to me. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, as a Bears fan, you should be excited. I mean, just the fact that, just look at what we just went through with Eberflus. You know, remember his first staff, all the people he brought in, inexperienced. Luke Gessie never called plays. Alan Williams never called plays on defense. A lot of first timers as assistants, along with him being the first time, along with him being the first time head coach, and not wanting to get all caught up in the buddy system. A lot of people just thought he was going to just snatch everybody from Detroit, right? He went outside, which was smart. Eric Bieniemy, a lot of people just kind of wrote him off, you know, after the KC days. But this just goes to show that this is a guy that does his homework. Like he doesn't lead with his heart. He leads with his head. Like he's a thinker. You know, this guy is very intelligent. He gets a lot of credit for being intelligent. And the fact that he's willing to do that is something different, man. So, yeah, you should be excited.
Ben.
I'm trying to hold my excitement because, you know, what happened to the last few years. However, you can't deny this mix of coaches that he has put together. And Kev, you said it. This organization, that organization, this type of concept. He had put together a nice group of football minds that should elevate anything that we have seen in the Bears since, as you said, Kev, since '85.
Since I had the tube socks.
All right.
Carry on.
Today and tomorrow, last days of the combine. We kick free agency off next week. Gonna be a lot to discuss going into. Man, I can't believe we got that picture just on deck every week.
Just waiting.
But definitely a lot to talk about. Can't wait. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of discussion this week about potential free agents going in. Moving forward, I want to put some smoke in the air for my girl Diana Taurasi, who just retired. Probably one of the greatest, maybe the greatest to ever do it. You know, I know we give Candace a lot of props, but Diana Taurasi, I'm just gonna run down her resume real quick. WNBA MVP, 14-time All WNBA, 11-time All-Star, 3-time NCAA champion, but she went to 4 finals. 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time WNBA MVP, first overall pick, rookie of the year, 6-time gold medalist, 5-time scoring champion, and the WNBA's all-time leading scorer. Fellas, is Diana Taurasi the GOAT of of women's basketball, period?
That resume say GOAT.
Yeah, that say yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, now, if you are a women's basketball head, you ain't gonna put over Cheryl Miller. You're not gonna pull over you're not gonna do that. But stats say she the GOAT. In the modern era, yes, stats say that. But then you're gonna have people argue Maya Moore. You're gonna have people argue Cynthia Cooper. You're gonna have people so. There's so many women that's been great, Candace, all that. But if you look at them stats, that's GOAT stats.
The resume say what it say.
I would say the resume says what it says. She's in the discussion, and you can put her in the top 5 immediately to have this discussion. This will probably play out for a while. Because man, she been playing since Damani had hair. So I mean, you got to give it to her.
Wow.
I just caught
I'm sorry,
straight.
bro. I got caught in
Caught straight.
I just caught up.
Man, catching straight.
Caught up in a moment, bro.
We got a lot of time left. Just keep that in mind. A lot of time left. But I mean, even if she's not your GOAT, she on the Mount Rushmore. I mean, GOATs are opinions, but she definitely on your. If she ain't on your Mount Rushmore, then I don't know what the hell you watching. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I just definitely had to put some smoke in the air for her. You know, I read that resume and just couldn't believe. And I give Candace Parker all the props in the world. And you know, like you said, modern era KDL. But for what she did from college all the way to the end of her career is astonishing. Those are my
That
types.
that didn't even include. I don't think it included her overseas stats. Because remember, she went overseas to make that bag in the off seasons of the WNBA. So yeah, she.
Right, she probably won over there.
And her college resume. I mean, shit.
Yeah, the college resume is incredible.
Combine all that, man.
And I will say she backed down to nobody.
That's facts.
She was with the smoke at any point in time.
It's a tough little chick, man.
Right.
She was a bad chick, man. You gotta give her props at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, we got about 30 minutes left. I got some good trivia for the fellas here.
Here we go.
Let's start it off with my boy Steph Curry. The other night went berserk for 56 points. Went on a 3-point barrage and rained down fury with his 3-pointers. So out of the 20 games, there's been 11 or more 3-pointers made. Steph got 14 of them.
Damn.
Do you think you could name the other 6?
Klay
Thompson.
Klay in there.
Reggie.
Klay did it 3 times. He had 14 and 12 twice.
Yeah, we didn't see Klay go crazy in the court.
Right.
Ray Allen.
I gotta think that Ray Allen and Reggie got to be in there.
No Reggie, no Ray Allen. 11 or more.
Ray Allen ain't in there.
11 or more.
You talking about the volume of threes they shooting these days? The old heads ain't gonna get that. Like the volume of threes they shooting right now.
That's correct. It's 2 old heads on this list. Everybody else is 2018 and up.
Dale Curry.
No, we just said ain't no.
Kyle
You said the 2 old heads.
Is Korver on there?
No old heads.
Kyle Korver not considered old head though. He played.
Korver, no.
Well, he is kind of an old head now.
A little bit. Korver's not on there, huh? So you said it's 6 more?
Yep. You name one, so it's 5 more left on the list. 11 or more threes in the game.
In this era.
In this era.
Trae Young.
No Trae.
Damn. 11. Durant?
No Durant.
Damn.
Devin Booker.
No Booker.
Yeah, Booker not really a 3-point shooter.
Is any bigs on there?
One forward, the rest are shooting guards.
Damn.
And they shooting guards, not point guards.
Damn.
Maybe 1 point. Maybe 1 point guard.
I can't think nobody hit 11. I can't think nobody hit 11 threes, bro.
Dame is on
Dame's on the list.
Dame
Lillard.
Yep.
Dame on there.
One of them is a Laker.
We got 4 more.
It's a Laker.
Kobe.
Luka?
No.
Kobe. Kobe had 12 in 2003.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Remember, he scored 81, 63.
So well, threes, though.
Some threes.
But he was getting buckets. He wasn't shooting threes.
We got 3 more, right?
3 more to go.
There got to be some unknown, man. Some cats we ain't never.
One play for Sacramento, one play for Toronto.
Fox?
Rick Fox?
De'Aaron Fox?
Oh, De'Aaron Fox? No.
Malik Monk.
Peja Stojakovic? I don't know. I'm just throwing names out there at this point.
Malik Monk.
What's the little young shooter that they had in Sacramento? He young to the game.
Hubert.
You getting warm, Ben?
I can't remember his name. It started with an H.
Huter.
No.
Wow, what's that young boy in Sacramento?
Turkoglu? No. Hideo Turkoglu?
No.
Well, tell us, man. We only got 20 minutes.
All right. You had Danielle Marshall for Toronto in 05.
Wow.
Yeah, Keegan Murray, Sacramento in 23.
Murray.
Dude, I swear to God, this is no bullshit. I swear to God, I started to say Keegan Murray. Because I was thinking, when I said Malik Monk, I was trying to think of these shooters. So I was about to say Keegan Murray. I'm like, nah, he ain't hit no 11 threes.
Because
I seen Monk go crazy one night. I swear to God, I was about to say Keegan Murray.
What year was that, D-Wild? Was that his rookie year or his sophomore year?
For Murray?
Yeah.
I think that's probably like his third year.
Yeah, he's been around for a second.
Bro, he was on the tip of when I said Malik Monk, I was about to say Keegan Murray. I swear to God.
And then the last one, y'all should have got Zach LaVine. Hit 13 in 2019. Yeah, just got to the Bulls.
13?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know if y'all remember that game when he went off. So Steph got great company, man, but obviously he's the cock of the walk, even though Clay got the record. So, all right, one more trivia for you. So, Luka Doncic, he's the 5th reigning scoring champ to be traded in the middle of the season. The 5th reigning scoring champ to be traded in the middle of the season. Can you name the other 4?
I know we let that cock of the walk statement slide, but we'll get back to that in the show.
I ain't saying nothing either. Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique Wilkins will never get traded.
Yes, he did. Got traded to the Clippers.
Yeah.
In the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's right, but he wasn't scoring champ. Not in them days.
Huh?
It's scoring champ to get traded in the middle of the season?
Scoring champ.
Dominique Wilkins was a scoring champ.
Yeah, but not when he got traded.
He might not be on your list. But
not when he got traded.
Not that year.
Oh, you're saying the same year.
It's been 5? It's been 5?
It's been 5. Luka was the 5th one. Can you name the 4 others? I give you some hints. 2000, 3 of them are from 2004 or later. 1 is from the 70s, the mid 70s. You probably won't get him. But think about it. Think about the scoring champs. Think about all the cats you know.
Will Chamberlain.
From 2004.
You said the 70s.
No. Will Chamberlain was
Didn't you say somebody in the 70s?
He was retired by then.
Yeah. Retired in the 70s.
He was long gone. I would say, for the 70s, I would say Dr. J.
No. 2004. One happened in 2004. One happened in
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady is one. One happened in 2005.
Melo?
No, but you close. You close.
AI?
AI is another one.
Yeah, he got traded.
And then the last one was 2021. Or the next one was 2021.
KD?
Nope. Close. Real close. Real close. You hot.
KD,
for one KD. Scoring champ.
James Harden.
James Harden. Good work. The last dude from the 70s was Bob McAdoo.
You should have said that.
Old McAdoo. You forget about Bob McAdoo was that dude.
Right. Bad man.
Bob McAdoo was a dog. All right, so we got about another 20 minutes, 15 minutes left. I I got a versus I put together before we close everything out. So I put in the spirit of NCAA tournament, I put an all 90s Big East team versus an all 90s ACC team. So the all 90s Big East team, Lonzo Mourning, Derek Coleman, Billy Owens, Terry DeHare, Danielle Marshall, Kerry Kittles, Ray Allen, and Rip Hamilton.
Shit. Okay, go ahead.
And all of these players was Big East Player of the Year.
Okay.
Versus the ACC team with Dennis Scott, Christian Laettner, Rodney Rogers from Wake Forest, Grant Hill, Joe Smith from Maryland, Tim Duncan, Antoine Jameson, Elton Brand, and Rodney Moreau from NC State.
Big East all day, man. And I'm a Carolina guy, but Big East, man. That team, Big East. I mean, come on now. Come on now.
I'm gonna go with the Big East.
Alone. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Big East.
Ray, UConn, right? Come on now.
You got Ray. You said Eric Coleman.
Yeah, Kittles. Yeah, that Big East.
I'm gonna go with the Big East, dog.
The reason I'm going with the Big East is their guard play. Their guard play outshines the ACC.
Shit, they also had crucial big men. You put Mourning and Derek Coleman on the court together.
Man, come on. Man.
But them going up against Duncan, Joe Smith, y'all forget how tough Joe Smith was.
Joe Smith was amazing. Yeah, Joe was the dude.
Joe was the dude. Yeah,
Rodney Monroe was a baller.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't.
Hold on.
The guard
who we said for Wake Forest?
Dennis Scott
Rodney Rogers.
Water.
Yeah, Rodney Rogers was hard. D. Scott. That's ironic because you know they talking about the next merger, ACC and Big East.
Man,
that's what they put it for.
And even though he won Player of the Year, I should have put Kenny Anderson on this list.
I was thinking that you left my left hand cousin,
but he was gone.
My left hand cousin out there now.
He was gone. So the year, what was that? 89-90 was his last year, right?
Yep.
Because he came out in the Derek Coleman draft, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Or was Derek Coleman 91?
Yep. No, Coleman.
Derek was 91.
No, Derek was 90.
I know that
Kenny was 90.
Kenny was already in the league when DC got to Jersey.
New Jersey.
It was in Jersey already. Yeah.
So, yeah, they got together. So
yeah, I don't know how that team didn't do more with both of them. Oh, Kenny Anderson kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because he was shooting his wad into Spinderella.
Damn.
And Tammy Roman. And he had a bunch. Evan Lozada. All of
it. Right. His roster is legendary.
Facts.
All right,
does it compare to Jeter's?
Never. Got about another 10 minutes left. A little bracketology as we wind up the show. Can the SEC break the record for most tournament bids this year? They 32-16 versus top 50 teams, and the record is 11 from the Big East in 2011. Can the SEC put 12 in the tournament this year?
Yes, they're predicting 13.
Yes.
The prediction is 13. So if you're going to ask me, can they break the record? Yes.
Definitely.
Now, some of them going to get knocked out, obviously, in the SEC tournament. But you got to look at overall what they did. Like, you can answer this question by simply looking at the top 25. It's SEC dominated.
SEC breaks it this year. Yeah, they break it.
Now, how they fare in the tournament?
that's another thing. That's a different subject.
Right, that's a
But
different
if you're
subject.
asking, can they get in there? Yes.
Yeah, they gonna get in there big
The
time.
tournament's always about matchups.
So right now they have 9 locks, 9 pretty much guaranteed to make it in the tournament.
Man,
my question is, how do you put 4 more in? And you got conference tournaments coming up. How do you get 4 more in there?
I got the answer right now. Strength of schedule.
Well,
They playing. So if you're gonna put 9 in there, that strength of schedule though, the last remaining 4, so to speak. Yeah, they've been playing, and if they even beat one of them or kept it close, that gets them in. Strength of schedule.
And somebody is going to win the SEC tournament. That's not. So say your Tennessee is 5, Bama, Auburn, they up there top 5, right? Somebody going to win the SEC tournament like Florida, or like you know what I mean? Like if somebody's going to win, that's going to jump them up. Other than who you think going to win. Happens every year in the conference tournament.
Yeah.
So let me put a scenario out for you real quick. You got North Carolina that's on the bubble, right? North Carolina got 3 critical games left, and one of them is Duke.
Are they on the bubble?
Yeah, they on the bubble. They
go
ahead. First 4 out. If they somehow miraculously beat Duke and win one of these last 2 conference games, do you still get 13 in from the SEC?
So you're saying
Carolina has to win not only Duke. Carolina has to at least make it to the ACC championship.
Yeah,
they don't have to beat Duke. They just got to keep Duke close. But the other 2 games they got to win.
Yeah.
But if they, like Kev said, if they make a deep run in the ACC conference chip,
they get in.
That's their last.
They can't lose first round, bro.
Yeah, that's their last bit of hope. They got
to. They can't lose second round. They got to get past the second round, bro.
If they don't run the table, they do. Yeah.
So they got to make the semis in order to stay in.
Yep.
Because they'll have 20 wins, you know.
Okay.
When is that Duke game anyway? Anybody know?
I think it's next weekend.
Next weekend?
Boy, next
weekend. The last game, man.
Next weekend gonna be heavy.
March 8th.
Heavy. All right. Tonight you got the rematch between USC women's and UCLA.
In UCLA.
Since Kev is our resident feminine commentator, who you taking in this rematch, Kevo?
That didn't sound right.
I don't know why I'm a feminine commentator.
Because we
let's just say I watched women's
last week. We don't watch. No, we ain't never watched women's sports.
But
right.
You've been watching it your whole life.
I have.
Tube socks and all.
You put down your dress and put those tube socks on, and all of a sudden you an expert.
Hey Sean, that's messed up, man. It's messed up. Just want to let you know. And secondly, I didn't know when I became a female commentator. Like I'm trying to figure that out. I'm a guy.
Not female. You a man.
Well, you told me I had on a dress.
Harvey Curry.
It's possible.
I do watch women's basketball. I watch it more than most. And I'm telling you, UCLA will win tonight.
Oh boy.
Hey Kev, say the word.
UCLA will win tonight. UCLA is actually the best team in the country. I know y'all don't Juju and all that, but they're not better than UCLA. They're not.
Say the word, Kev.
I'm not gonna bet in my team. I ain't gonna bet on them. But I'm telling you, UCLA is the better team. You ain't gotta believe me. Just watch.
USC for the W.
Okay.
He ain't watching no game. He going off Juju.
Stop it, Kev.
He must have watched one game if he know who on the team.
Yeah, no, he don't. He basing that on Juju.
Hey, Kev, they got more than Juju down there. Just understand that.
No, I know that, but do you know that?
Look, you got
left.
UCLA.
Okay.
Again,
I'm gonna take
say the
UCLA.
word, Lefty.
I think Payback is a mother, so I think UCLA coming back for their heads this game. And I agree with KDL. They are a better overall team. They was number one for the longest. They're a better team than USC is to me.
Yeah, okay. It ain't always about the better team that wins.
Speaking of better team, got a bunch of weekend matchups. Finished the show off on a good note. All right. Number 1, Auburn versus Kentucky. That game's actually on right now.
Yeah.
Anybody picking an upset here?
Nah.
I got Auburn.
I'm taking Auburn in this one.
No upsets there. All right, cool. Nah. Number 10, Texas Tech at Kansas.
Tech.
Because Tech clearly is the cock of the walk.
Never.
We got any pride? The Jayhawks show up today at the crib. Allen Fieldhouse, baby.
I'm going with the Jayhawks too.
Y'all taking the upset?
Jayhawks for the upset.
They're not gonna beat them in a Big 12 tournament. But on a day like today at the crib, I'm rolling with the Jayhawks.
And 20 wins to get them, even though they in already. You got number 6 Bama versus number 5 Tennessee. Remember, we talked about Bama when they was playing Auburn, that high-scoring team.
Yep.
So, Bama, Tennessee.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Where's the game at?
In Tennessee.
I'm going Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
I really think Bama could do it. I think they need this win. They on a little bit of a slide ever since that loss to Auburn. So
I'm not saying they can't do it. I think that's
going to be tough if they won. But if you don't have one pick,
Bama is the emotional team. When they winning, they balling. But like you said, since that loss, the locker room been a little divided.
And probably the most entertaining matchup today, number 12 Texas A&M at number 3 Florida Gators.
Upset alert.
Never.
Ooh.
Upset.
I've been checking Florida out, man.
I'm going Florida.
Yeah, I've been checking Florida. Look good.
Florida, right. Florida had a loss that they shouldn't have lost, but Florida is good, bro.
Florida looks good.
Upset, baby.
You better watch them. They're number 1 seed. Gonna be a number 1 seed.
Yep.
Not after tonight.
Whatever. And then last but not least, number 22 Arizona versus number 9 Iowa State. I know who cares.
Until Lefty Jr. lead that team.
Caleb Love, baby.
I know who Kev got.
Iowa.
I'm going with Arizona all day.
Arizona, baby.
You know that.
You don't even realize you got the Arizona shirt on.
I do realize that. It's tournament time, baby.
Until Lefty Love leave.
Lefty Love.
Lefty Love.
Yeah, you know I'm rolling with Arizona, dog. You know this. Even it's at Iowa State. And I'm going to tell you this. Iowa State been losing some stupid games that they have no business losing. Now, y'all remember Iowa State was like number 2.
True.
Yeah.
Another locker room that's divided.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro, but they've been losing some games they have no business losing.
Well, all in all, some very exciting weekend of college basketball. Getting ready to head into these conference tourneys in just about another week and a half, 2 weeks, I should say. So very exciting time for college sports. Advise all of our viewers out there, make sure you start paying attention. Get ready to get your brackets ready. Get familiar with some of these teams. Look at some of the conference tournaments. Familiarize yourself. It's going to be very,
You
very.
should have been doing it though. You can't wait till 2 weeks before the
Right.
tournament to start looking at teams.
Well, I mean,
tell you right now,
some people ain't fans like of every sport like we are, but
I'm gonna tell you like this, DY. By day number 2, which is that Saturday, it's gonna be a lot of people throwing their brackets in the trash.
Always is.
Day 2 is because it is so much parity right now. Day 2, it's gonna be a lot of brackets in the trash because they can't recover. They're not gonna be able to recover.
It's gonna be like that with women too.
Remember blackout last year and how devastating it was that first day.
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna be even worse this year.
Speaking of, everybody, all you listeners out there, tell your sons, tell your daughters, tell your friends. SmokeFellas and Diva Lee present Blackout. All right. It's the hooky day. Make sure you get that time put in right now. Don't wait till the last minute. Friday, March 21st at Water Lamont, 3721 Salk Trail in Richmond Park. You know where we at, home base, headquarters, as we like to call it, starting at 10 in the morning. And it's
rep your favorite college team, rep your squad.
Hey DY, for all the imitators that's out there, we gonna let you know there's nobody that does the blackout hook day like us. You may see some imitators out there popping up here in the bars, other spots.
Damn.
It ain't never gonna be like what we do. And I'm putting that, like I said, dead ass.
Oh, a little bit of a jab, but okay.
he hit him with that Marvin Hagler. Well, that just about wraps everything up. We'll go ahead and give our parting shots. Luck.
Hey, just had to fly up there, blackout, babies. March Madness, always a great time. Just in sports, period, man. For you baseball fans, baseball kicking up. NBA playoff seed, man. NBA, like every game pretty much counts. And each conference, everything's jammed up. So, hey, y'all catch us in traffic, man. Y'all come hang out. Follow social media, see where we at. We pop up for a big game here and there. But blackout, if you've never been, it's something different. Get your living in order. Rep your favorite college team, man. No doubt. Thanks for tuning in again, people.
KDL.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in for the ride, the comments, and everything. Obviously, the blackout, March 21st. For those of you that know, you know. For those of you that don't, come on out. It's a day. It's a hooky day. First off, we don't do no social media posting or none of that. But it's a day of fun. We're gonna watch games. We're gonna have a good time. It's all good. What I want to do is give a shout out to the family of my guy, Spencer Bird. For those of you that's from Sandburg, Harvey, TTHS, we lost a good one. That was my man's, man. I want to give a shout out to the family. Prayers up.
Absolutely. Ben, take us home.
Hey, that Tank Davis fight is tonight. I don't know which fight is better, Tank Davis tonight or even Ian Rappaport and Jordan Schultz, the NFL reporters fighting in Lefty's
White
Starbucks.
on white crime?
They was in Lefty Starbucks, so Lefty probably got the video. We might show that next time we on. But as I always say, where there's smoke,
there's
the
fellas.
fellas.